you're looking for a DIY project that will upgrade the old furniture you have, check out these cool ideas to give your home furniture a fast and easy makeover. This is 27 furniture makeovers for your home or apartment. Number 1. Revamp your drawer handles with spare leather. What about that old leather fringe purse you kept from the 90s that just sits at the bottom of your closet? Put it to use with this do-it-yourself project that requires little to no technical help. You can simply remove old or ugly drawer handles and use strips of the spare leather to put into place as a handy and cool drawer handle. Number 2. Redo your old step stool and paint it white. A cool way to redo that old step stool is to give it a new paint job, but not just any paint job. This awesome idea has you tape off a section and only paint the top half of the stool. It gives a cool, dipped look to the ladder. You can even make it into a nifty table to sit things on. Number 3. Spray paint your metal furniture. Give your metal furniture an instant upgrade with a fresh coat of spray paint. First, clean any impurities off the object. Using a blowtorch to get old stickers and things off can help to make the job easier. Be sure to clean the surface of your metal furniture with a basic kind of solvent like turpentine that's safe and easy to use. Next, you'll use a sander to sand off the old surface, which also may require some sanding by hand. Remember to be careful about inhaling those metal particles. Use painter's tape or masking tape to exclude any surfaces you don't want painted. Before painting, you'll want to use a primer for a first coat. This will protect the surface of the furniture from rust long term. Finally, pick your paint color and get painting. You'll give it a few coats using smooth, straight strokes so the paint doesn't drip. Number 4. Make your table into a marble top surface. If you want a cool faux marble surface, you can easily do so with an old table and some faux marble adhesive. This guide gives a cool example of what a table looks like both before and after the surface has been redone. It's a fast and easy furniture update that looks classy and expensive. Number 5. Replace the legs on your sofa. Sounds too simple, right? Well, it may be simple, but it gives a whole new sophistication to your sofa, as long as you don't choose really gaudy legs. Go with sofa legs that are sleek and simple, but offering more sophisticated look than those old, bulky legs. Number 6. Then tuft the cushions. And by tuft, we mean add some chic buttons to the couch cushions for a more classy sofa look. You'll need to find some buttons that either match your couch exactly, or some that you won't mind being attached long term. In this video guided idea, you'll go step by step to making an upgraded tufted sofa. Number 7. How to make an electric sitting and standing desk. If you have an old X-frame table or desk you want to convert into a useful standing desk, why not just make it optional? In this video tutorial, you'll learn the basics of what to do to make it electrically convertible. Make sure you get all the measurements first, and plan out each step on paper before beginning. You'll need a few items, one of which is an electric actuator that fits the table you want to convert. Follow the video to learn how each item fastens together. You'll use a DPDT switch for the up and down movement of the table. This requires a bit of technical maneuvering, but it's a cool DIY project that leaves you with a sweet adjustable desk. Number 8. Distress a cabinet using petroleum jelly. That old vintage look to a cabinet can be one of the coolest ways to upgrade, or in this case, downgrade your furniture for a new look. Essentially, you'll apply petroleum jelly to the painted areas, usually around the edges of the cabinet, and then later use a paint scraper to chip away the paint, which should be easily removable by then. Just be careful not to dig in and scratch the wood. Number 9. How to secure a dresser to a wall. Use some simple tools and brackets to secure your heavy dresser to the wall to prevent injuries. Check out this cool video to see step-by-step guide on what to do. Number 10. Dress up a side table with contact paper and spray paint. Everyone gets tired of the same old side tables year after year. Why not give yours a cool makeover to enjoy? In this cool guide, you'll use some easy spray paint to create a new finish for the legs of your table and some contact paper of your choice to redo the top of the table surface. If you have to use more than one piece of paper, it will create a seam, but follow the guide to ensure it's hardly noticeable. Number 11. 5 techniques to painting upholstery successfully. From chalk paint to spray-on fabric paint, this guide gives some really cool do-it-yourself options to revamping your old and ugly fabric furniture. Grandma's old sofa you inherited doesn't have to remind you of the 1960s, nor do you have to discard it. Give it a fun, new modern look by using one of these techniques. Check out this out-of-the-box instructional for how to paint your favorite upholstery chair. Number 12. How to remove rust. This is a cool step-by-step on how to remove rust from your chrome-finished anything. Maybe it's an old rusted chair that could be transformed into a cool modern piece for your bedroom, or something else that is rusted. You'll be using Barkeeper's Friend, which is a quick and easy product to make your project worth your while. Number 13. How to restore hardware in 5 minutes with no paint or wax. Hardware can easily rust after just a short time. Chrome finishes also grow hazy, cloudy, and dirty. It's not uncommon to find rust spots on your chrome finish or on your hardware, especially if it's been exposed to any kind of moisture. A little bit of Barkeeper's Friend goes a long way in this tutorial on how to restore your hardware. With this effective product, you can quickly and easily get your hardware looking new. Check it out below. Number 14. Use wood putty or filler to cover hardware holes. Sometimes it's the cabinets or other pieces of hard furniture that develop holes over time. In this guide below, you can quickly fill in these spots using some handy wood putty or filler. Don't let your hardware look aged when you can easily remedy ugly, annoying holes in this surface. Number 15. How to keep rugs from sliding. Want to lock down your rugs to keep them from slipping without damaging your floor? Especially if you've spent a lot of money on a beautiful hardwood floor, you have to be careful with what you use. Since simple adhesives like tape can be damaging and leave nasty sticky messes, you can use a safer product called Rug Lock. This tutorial here explains in 4 simple steps how to use Rug Lock to lock down your rugs to keep them in place. Number 16. Turn your old dresser into a bench. Everyone can appreciate a comfy chair anywhere in the home, but who would think to turn an old dresser into a cool vintage bench to rest on? In this tutorial, follow the steps to find out how you can make this your next fun DIY project. Number 17. Go from old dresser to new TV stand. Okay, so we're really into converting old furniture into something new and fresh. It can be really rewarding if you're willing to put in the work. Here's how to turn your old dresser into a new cool TV stand to brag about. A fair warning, love for assembly is required in this tutorial on old furniture makeovers. Number 18. Make an old cabinet into a beautiful little buffet. Here's a really neat idea. Converting an old cabinet into a beautiful and classy new buffet for your kitchen or dining room. This one is shockingly different from the original. You'll be purchasing a few additional items like new handles and feet to add to your new piece of furniture, as well as disassembling the old cabinet, standing and painting, and then making a few modifications. These before and after pictures will leave you amazed. Number 19. How to strip furniture and restain it. There will come a day when you may want to strip the paint off a piece of furniture in order to revamp it. It can seem like buying a brand new piece of furniture, except way less than half the price. Maybe you want to be bold and change an old wooden and drab dresser into a chic new red TV stand, or just make some slight modifications to restore its class. Learn how to use this handy heat gun in tandem with a sander, tack cloths, and some high-quality but cheap fancy topcoat products, as demonstrated here in this awesome guide. Number 20. How to make a dresser into a vanity. Have an old dresser that no one wants, including you? Fear not. You can add this fun DIY project to your week and come away with a totally cool and unique vanity for the bedroom. Number 21. How to fix a furniture finish. Kids can put your furniture through the ringer, whether it's water stains or deep scratches. Learn to restore the quality of your wooden furniture here in this super helpful how-to guide. Number 22. 5 great ways to weather or distress furniture. Well, other than leaving them out in the weather, anyone can distress some furniture, but the key is to not damage the actual furniture, just to make it look like a vintage piece or a special antique. From coffee to vinegar to Vaseline, these approaches are handy and super easy. A brewed cup of coffee never was more useful, except around 7 a.m. when you're trying to de-zombie yourself. Number 23. Cabinet transformed into a kitchen island. Who doesn't want a new kitchen island? Well, people are realizing that they don't need to spend thousands on an island for the kitchen. Well, unless you want to. Here's how to transform your old cabinet into an awesome and handy kitchen island. Number 24. Upgrade that chair to a bench. Who would have thought this up? In this awesome DIY guide, you'll find out how to take a few old toss-out chairs and make them into a gorgeous bench. The legs of the chairs stay, but the seats get replaced with a few long boards so everything is connected. Number 25. The amazing red coffee table. Okay, so it doesn't have to be red if you're not such a fan of that color, or if you prefer another color that would be more fitting for your room. But this tutorial is super cool because just open the table and voila, there's a TV. Number 26. Thrifted dresser to functional accessory table. You can make it into pretty much any kind of table you want. If you're really into doing furniture makeovers, this is a great DIY option that will leave you in awe of your new fancy TV stand, side table, buffet, or entryway display. And last, number 27. How to make do-it-yourself drawer pulls from anything. Now that you've restored an old piece of furniture, it's time to get creative with some fancy drawer pulls. This handle may seem like not such a big deal, but really it's the finishing touch that will truly upgrade your furniture and make it special or unique. Don't let your old and truly unique furniture go to waste. Take on a fun DIY listed here and be sure to tell your friends and family about it. Also, please like, comment, and share this video to spread the word. And lastly, press the subscribe button under this video if you want to see more videos like this one pop up on your YouTube homepage. Thanks for watching.